guy.
It is recording. It's your boy Coach.
All right, it's the Street
Yeah,
Chaser. Welcome to Real Talk Anime. Finally got a name for it. Hopefully, you guys like it. If not, you'll learn to like it. So get over it.
y'all complaining too much, we might change it. But said back to Real Talk Anime. It's been a while. Certain things in life have happened, which caused us to go on a hiatus. But over those things. But ready to get back to it. A new chapter, Dragon Ball Super, has come out, and we got some new shit to talk.
Yes, we do. Chapter 68.
Mm-hmm.
What a chapter this was. Might I say, so we open up, with clearly a flashback as we see the dream sequence of a planet being destroyed, Saiyans doing their thing as they conquer a planet. And we see it. This guy Granola's having the bad dream about it. Still has OG 7-3, so I'm curious as to see, what 7-3's whole deal is will be. But
We got to see a flashback of Bardock. I like that.
yeah, I guess that is Bardock. I mean, I'm wondering like how much this is gonna play into it. Like, I'm wondering if he's gonna have seen Bardock like in his normal form and be like, "Oh, Goku looks like Bardock." Like, I wonder if that's gonna be the thing. Like,
You know it is. Come on, it's Dragon Ball. It's so predictable now.
because it's like the only way I can think of. Because he doesn't have a tail anymore. So
Yep, I think it's gonna be something that we seen with the Broly movie. Sins of the father. You got to pay for it.
oh god, wouldn't that be terrible if that's what they were doing for an arc? I'd be
But he wants revenge
salty.
against Frieza too. So
And that's what's got me curious because this arc has a lot of potential to have like antagonist versus antagonist type stuff, which is always a fun story to have. So I'm curious to see if that's the route they're going. Because this is like, from what I see, there's like four different sides going clashing, which we'll get to that in a second. Like, but here we go. We see that Goku is training with the Oracle Fish and Whis. And then this is where, of course, where fans probably will get stirred up a little bit because they see that, UI Goku's just tapping and mastered Ultra Instinct, pretty easily now, willy nilly.
yeah, that's why. So they try to say it was a transformation, but it's clearly a transformation now.
It's 100%. It's 100% transformation. Like 100%. Like, this is not a technique. This is a transformation. Like Kaioken was a technique that came with limits. Like, it destroyed the body. This is just like transformation technique. Like, that's all it is. And I'm not gonna lie, I enjoyed watching Whis just like belittle Goku and knock him down to a peg. It was very nice to me.
Yeah, and then I also like the setup for it. It's pretty much it's a setup to I guess Goku and Vegeta's maybe possible future. Beerus let them know that you can get there's other ways to ascend past another technique outside of Ultra Instinct of the gods, and basically just told Vegeta, yeah, you can get that. So I feel like it's basically setting up maybe Goku becomes an angel, and
See,
maybe
I knew you were gonna go with that. Like, stop listening to these online idiots who do
no,
that. Like,
I haven't did that, but I'm saying it's been implied, and I've seen that way back in the day when Beerus and Whis was
yeah,
first
everyone's
introduced.
like, Vegeta's gonna go to the destroyer route. Goku's gonna go to the ancient route. Like, listen, like, I'm not gonna even try to hopefully entertain that. Like, because that's just some
It's a
nonsense.
modern Dragon Ball, and it's very predictable.
It's some nonsense. It's like it wouldn't make sense because if Goku were to follow the Angel Law, he could never fight full power. So that would go against his entire character. You wouldn't want
Yeah,
to do that. So that's automatically like.
and I think Vegeta doesn't want to become a god, but I think he probably gets something like Topo, where
And
he
again,
gets.
I don't want that. Like again, that's bad. Like giving him another transformation, that's just bad. It
But
does
in
need a
the manga,
transformation.
that transformation never happened. That was an
And
anime only.
that's why the manga is good. Anime is just fucking fan service. But the manga was like, yeah, I mean, we don't need it. Like, I mean, we saw in the manga that the gods have their own techniques. Like that freaking elephant dude had a screen that like froze people. That is fucking cool. The adjuster guy can make barriers over people and throw cards at them. That was fucking cool. I don't need to see some dude get like super buff and transform. That shit is played out. We
I'm
already
not even
have
gonna lie, I
Broly.
did like it though. I did like God of Destruction Topo.
It was so whack. I thought it was the lamest thing they'd ever done for that arc. I was like,
No, I loved it. I loved how he destroyed Frieza. I really did love it.
could have done that without fucking that shit. But anyway, let's get back to this chapter here because before we derail. But yeah. So and then we find out how like Ultra Instinct has like there's levels to this shit.
Mm-hmm.
Goku's at the base and then like Grand Priest is at the highest. I'm like, you know what? It's like I understand what they're trying to do, but it's just kind of like, man, would it have been cool if this had just been like the end game technique that he learns at the final stretch?
Yeah, it's like this power up should be something that.
Because like now, like what happens when he like taps out of this, like what's his new plateau?
Ultra Instinct Super Saiyan.
And then like,
I'm calling it. I'm calling it right now.
Is there going to be a
Instinct
point?
Super Saiyan.
I mean, will there even be a point of him using Super Saiyan? Like, it doesn't make any sense. Like, if he can use this so casually and calmly, like, and it clearly puts him at such a huge advantage, is there any reason for him to ever transform to Super Saiyan or even Super Saiyan Blue? There's literally
no reason.
There's no reason to anymore.
Like, once he had Omen, there was no reason to transform to a Super Saiyan.
It's crazy. And then I do enjoy, like I said, the gods having other techniques, especially the Beerus one, because Beerus is pretty much saying he's like, listen, us gods of destruction aren't like full of calm of heart and everything. We're not gonna just go around using this bullshit ass technique. Okay, we got some shit. And I'm more curious to see what Beerus' specialty is, because we all know Beerus has Ultra Instinct. He's used it, not the mastered form, but he's used it. So I'm curious to see what other techniques he has that he has not shown us. I assume it's not gonna be Hakai, but I'm very curious to see what other thing he has up his sleeve.
I'm glad Beerus is still a big dog, because I know you didn't like the chapter, but the chapter they defeated Moro, it basically implied that Beerus could have ended that shit in any time he wanted to.
It did, and I enjoyed that. I just want to see him do something. It's nice when Beerus does stuff, but like it's just hard when he's supposed to be a badass, but when you don't see him do anything, it just makes it hard to believe after a certain point. He just sits there
because the anime made
time.
Because the anime, it kind of implied when Goku did the Ultra Instinct, when he stood up, like Goku surpassed him. So I'm glad that the manga corrected.
Yeah.
It still levels to this shit.
Yeah, it did. And then the interesting part of this chapter comes from, when they get past all this, gets to this granola guy again. Because, again, I enjoy the fact that they're exploring out into space. They're like this little space castle on like an asteroid looks pretty fucking cool. This new alien looking guy, bounty hunter, like, simple design, but something a little bit different. He's got dual swords. Like, I enjoy what they're trying to do. And then
I have a problem with the new alien quartet that they have.
What's wrong with them?
BoJack ripoffs.
What does it matter? Well, what does it matter? If anything, if you're a BoJack fan, you should be happy that you're getting a somewhat canon version of it. I don't even get to see the point even people complain about it. It's like, what is the point? If they're reusing stuff they've already done and just making it canon, why complain? If you were happy for Brawly, you should be happy for this. It's honestly the same thing. It's just like bringing in something different that he already used. Like, there's no reason to hate on one versus the other. It's the same thing.
Hopefully are they threats like BoJack was? Let's hope they are. We don't know nothing yet, so I can't judge. It was a good setup chapter. I'll say that.
I mean, like at least it's a gang of different people. Like, it's not super generic. Like, how many times does Dragon Ball actually have multiple villains? Like, it's usually always one person that the same people always go after. Now we have another little group, another little quartet over here. Like, I appreciate it. Maybe your boy Gohan might have something to do. You should be happy about that.
If Gohan has something to do, dog, I will cry. I will fucking cry tears of joy. I will go on the stream and cry. I doubt that will ever happen, but if it does, I will cry tears of joy.
I'm sure he'll do something. But I mean,
they're not gonna do.
I mean, I enjoy the fact that fucking this alien race like has like the dreaded hair. I'm like, hey, it's different. I enjoy it. And the fucking one dude literally looks like a predator, which I'm like, I kind of fucks with. Like, I fucks with that with his design a little bit. He's got the little bone necklace around his head and his dreads. I'm like, that dude is straight up like inspired by Predator. And I hope he does some badass shit. Like, I got high hopes for this guy. I'm sure he's gonna get stomped out by like Goku and Vegeta, but he might do something to other people.
I just want Gohan to do something.
I'm sure he will.
He
hasn't.
They didn't let him do anything in the moral arc. He was damn near about to get the victory. Oh, 7-3 gets his fucking power. It's just horrible. I don't have no hope.
Oh my gosh. Okay, let's not talk about a character that wasn't even part of the chapter. Okay.
But it's gonna be
Anyway,
another Goku and Vegeta adventure.
yeah, of course. That's not what the point is. We already know that. Like that. Eventually, question is where it's going to go as far as these other characters. I don't care what Goku and Vegeta are going to do at this point. It's going to be just like bullshit on top of bullshit. Even as a Vegeta fan, I know it's going to be something stupid. But these guys, I'm more see like since this elect guy wants to screw over Granola, there's a whole little backstabbing that could happen here. So I'm like, listen, something cool could happen to where either Granola ends up fighting this group, or this group ends up like interacting with Frieza's army, and they have a little altercation. All I know is someone's going to get used by somebody, and I feel like this might be the actual arc where we might see deaths. I mean, clearly not in any of the Z fighters, of course, but like I have a feeling these dudes are going to get murked.
I would love it. I need death. I miss death. Also, I would like for Granola to pull the ultimate master manipulator type move, like how Madara was doing in goddamn Naruto. I need a.
I mean,
Dragon Ball hasn't had like a seriously cunning, goddamn play everybody against each other type villain, and I think
we need. Even if they were, it would be too late for them to introduce that kind of character right now. At this point, it is too late. If they're gonna do that, they should have done that shit like back when Super first started. I guess in that case, Jiren may be that guy, but again, he's not a true villain. So
yeah, pretty much he's an alien version of Goku.
What you were talking about is pretty much like what Frieza is, but Frieza's not that cunning.
You know what Frieza's gonna do? He's gonna do the double cross.
It's straight. Frieza's pretty straightforward about what he's gonna do, so it's not like he's got anything cunning happening. So yeah.
As far as nobody outside of Goku trusts
like these guys might be the most cunning ones out of all of them, depending on what they might do. Like that, I mean, again, they're like they're gonna try and buy information with money. So I'm like, that's different. No one's really done that before. Like what if they learn about the super Dragon Balls, and try to obtain them? I don't know how they would do that, but it's a possibility. And in this chapter, we're getting good to see like the little display of how strong the little predator looking dude was. I forget his name. What they call his name? Gas. Yeah, what a weird name. But like, dude has some skills. And here's the thing that really interests me the most about this whole chapter is the end when Granola removed the eye patch and he's got like the sniper eye. And they even like in the trailer for this arc, they mentioned like he's the greatest sniper. And I'm like, what exactly does that mean? Like, does that matter? Like being a sniper in this universe? Like, I mean, honestly,
maybe he gets to drop on a hero that we weren't prepared for.
I guess, but like, I feel like the minute he shoots, like his energy, like they're gonna sense it and dodge. Like, that's what's got me confused. Now, if it was something like the way Hit did it, like how Hit would just pretty much punch and it was like a phantom punch that you couldn't stop, that makes more sense. But this is like,
well, he has the weapon, so he could do like how Goku got hit by Frieza's henchman.
I guess, but at this point, he's also sticking his two fingers out as if he's about to do something dangerous with his fingers. So I assume whatever he shoots through his fingers is probably stronger than his gun. I'm just curious to see like what the eye means and why they were so focused like to show it. Like, is it going to be like some kind of ripoff of a Uchiha power? I hope not. But like, because at the end, after it shows that he just wants to avenge his people, grow the strongest, the Oracle Fish is like the strongest warrior in the universe will soon rise up, which makes me wonder.
I'll say this:
who that could be. Like, and does that mean this person will be stronger than Beerus? Is Beerus considered a warrior, or is he just considered a destroyer, which is like its own separate thing? A lot of questions to ask.
Here's my thing with what they got going on. I think, honestly, I was going to talk about Granola. I was going to say he's in Super. For the whole Dragon Ball series, his design, I think he's the best designed villain. I guess since what, Baby Vegeta or
I wouldn't say villain. I call him an antagonist. I don't know if he's
antagonist. He's one of the best designed new characters since I'll say Baby Vegeta. I mean, if you count Goku Black as a new design when he went Rose.
That's no. Why would that be a new design?
But yeah, I say he's the best looking new character since Baby Vegeta to me. As far as art, I don't know who created. Is this a Taro creation or is this Toriyama?
It
looks like Toriyama Chrono Trigger's art style.
I mean, I really don't know. I haven't checked into it, but it's worth it. But I mean, also this heater group, they all look interesting. I mean, of course, the lead looks like pretty face boy, but the other ones look pretty different. I like their style. I mean, so far the characters look different. Like even like in the Mara, like certain numbers, like certain villains looked pretty good. Like they had a kind of different, like they were still basic alien, but look different. You know, like Moro. Moro was design I thought looked amazing before he
Yeah,
got
before he became
OG.
Cell.
Yeah, but like his design I thought was fucking fantastic. This
Yeah, he
makes me
did
wonder
look good.
like who and what kind of characters we'll see. Like, will we see Brawly? Well, clearly we're gonna see Frieza. Will we see the hint of like maybe Cooler somehow existing in this universe? I'm just kind of curious to see, where they're going as far as expanding outside the universe. Because clearly what their focus is now is going further out into space in this universe instead of focusing shit on Earth. Hopefully that's the case. But so far it looks like they are not going to be having shit on Earth right now.
Now I feel like having more on Earth was kind of restricting, but I feel like we're past Earth. Like any battle on Earth, honestly, it feels like it shouldn't take place on Earth anymore after the Kid Buu.
It shouldn't. I mean,
Like
the planet technically you think we wouldn't be able to handle it, but
yeah.
But very, very curious to see how this will go.
Yep, man. Unfortunately, I hate that we gotta wait a whole fucking month.
Yeah, the monthlies suck, but
I mean, we're getting a lot, but honestly, I would love for this to be weekly, but it's never gonna happen. Katara Taro's not down for the old school grind.
yeah, I mean, I prefer if it was monthly. If it was just like around maybe like 100 chapters, that'd be or 100 pages, that'd be great.
Yeah,
Or
but
80,
isn't that?
or 80. But I'll take what I can get. I'm just curious to see like story wise, how different are they going to try and make it. But we'll see. Like what makes me just it's just the little triangle of the heater group, Granola, and Frieza. I'm like that little triangle alone gives me a little spark of hope that something interesting could happen.
Either double cross with Frieza pleading about the Saiyans. He's gonna try to pull some bullshit saying the Saiyans were running him or some shit. I can call it, or we're gonna get another Frieza and Goku team up.
Yeah, that would be
because they've been making
interesting.
Frieza very likable lately.
That would definitely ruin his character a little bit, though. I wouldn't enjoy another team up. Like having it once was cool. Having it twice is like, whoa, listen. I don't need Frieza to be a future Z fighter. Like I don't like that.
Frieza has to be evil. Like
if that happened, I would completely stop. I would stop Dragon Ball 100%. I wouldn't look up any more facts about it. I'd be like, I'm done.
Before the reimagining of Frieza, Frieza was considered one of the best anime villains of all time.
I mean,
want them to ruin his character.
Back in Namek Saga, he was an OG.
Yeah, he was a fucking tyrant. Namek, like Frieza almost got them all out the paint.
The way he was murking folks in Namek, I was like, damn, bro. Like when he ripped off Nail's arm, I was like, this guy is fucking ruthless. Like he ripped that shit off like it was nothing.
Ordering Dodoria to kill the kids when you first met him, I'm like, what the fuck?
Hell, he killed the kid himself. I was like, God damn, Frieza.
And laughed about it. I was like, what the fuck?
Like that's the Frieza I want, besides this fucking pussy ass super shit. But we shall see.
Super's for the kids. I didn't realize his time slot was like in the morning. So we're never ever going to get the Z that we grew up with.
Of course not. I mean, you should know Super's for the kids like first chance you saw it, but we'll see. Maybe they'll change their mind one day and realize, hey, our fans are older, not these young kids anymore. I mean, the kids are important, but come on, us OG,
kids, the OG ones. I have an 11-year-old son. Super's cool to him. It's all right, but he admits, say, I don't like Super that much.
Wouldn't say I blamed him.
Yeah, but what else we're gonna talk about? I would say Moral Arc and Granola Arc fighters are gonna be DLC 4 for Dragon Ball FighterZ.
Absolutely not.
I think they're gonna come out with a new game by now. Because Fighters came out what 2000?
They'll do a season 4 for fighters. So
You think so?
There's no reason for them to even make a new game.
I
Why?
mean, it's a new gen system. I think pretty sure they want a new game.
What's the point of making a new game when none of the characters would be different at this point?
New game, new system. I'm pretty sure. You know they drop a new Dragon Ball game every year too.
Not true. They didn't drop one this year or
They
last
did.
year.
Kakarot. Last year was Kakarot. DBZ Kakarot.
Was that last year?
Yeah.
That was 2019.
That was 2020, top of the year.
Oh shit.
And then they had the mobile game.
I don't really count mobile games.
Yeah, I don't, but they make them hella money. And then they dropped a game on the Switch the year before.
Yeah, but I understand it's the company Arxis. Arxis is not going to bother making a new Dragon Ball Z game right now. They're seeing how much money they're making off this game still. They're better off making a DLC and just continue with it.
Well, I'd say that they probably would do it. It's a new, like I said, it's a new generation of games.
It wouldn't matter. There's no point. Like literally, they can literally put what's on fighters back on new generation, like on new console. You can just play it. It plays the same.
I want to make some more money because it's on sale everywhere.
I wouldn't if they made a new fighters and none of the characters are different. I wouldn't buy it. That'd be stupid. That'd be the dumbest thing ever.
And you know it would. But I'm pretty sure they add new characters. They'll probably add new.
But again, what new? Okay, look at the roster now. What new characters could they add that you'd be like that would come out as the base game? Ask yourself as the base game. Like you get that show. They had to be completely different from the roster of the base game, and hopefully these characters would be just as good to match what they had. That's what you have to first ask yourself.
You're talking about the company that gives us the same game every fucking year.
Talking about Arxis?
I'm just saying the Dragon Ball franchise. Period.
No. See, you don't see again. Arxis is the one we're talking about. Arxis is the one who makes fighters. That's the company you need to worry about, not fucking Bandai or Dragon Ball. It's Arxis. Arxis is not going to make another Dragon Ball game when they know how much they're making off this one. Like at least not a fighting game. Like they are killing it off fighters. All they would need to do is just add a new season with DLC and just add levels and skins, and they'd make a shit ton of money. That they'd make more money doing off that than making waste all the time and resources to make a new game. 100%.
Hold on, I'm looking at an article.
And then they could also just make mechanical changes as they needed to do it. Like making a whole new game would cost them way too much. I mean, it would cost more money, and they would probably come better out just adding shit instead of just making new shit.
PlayStation's probably gonna want something to push their new hardware. So I honestly, I wouldn't. They could go the Smash Bros. Route where they have.
They're not like Arxis. Like if you look at Arxis history, like Arxis is like their game right now they're making is not even Guilty Gear Strive. They're not going to fucking worry about making another Dragon Ball game anytime soon. Like not anytime soon. They're going to worry about just making DLC just to keep us happy. They don't give two fucks about making a new game.
We will see.
Yeah, we'll see.
We will fucking see. Well, that's pretty much all I got for today, unless you got some other things.
Oh no, I'm hungry and I'm ready to go eat. So. Yeah.
Well, then this is what is this, episode 3 for us? Episode 3 or 4? Who knows?
Something like that. I want to say it's 4.
Yeah, if we got any later on this week, we're gonna have a discussion about some what if battles. We're gonna go ahead and talk to you guys about, and then we can do some more in-depth character analysis, story analysis. You just let us know in the comment section what you want to hear us talk about. We're real deal Dragon Ball fans. I don't want to say I'm a Dragon Ball encyclopedia, but I'm pretty knowledgeable of the franchise. My boy Street Chaser, he's knowledgeable of all anime. Call him Sensei.
Don't quote him on that. Do not quote him. I don't want that connected with me.
But yeah, man, we're gonna keep this coming every week. Sometimes exciting stuff happens 2 times a week. You know what I'm saying?
We shall keep this more updated. We promise, guys. This is New Year. We're trying to get more consistent.
New year, new consistent, new views. Hit that like, subscribe button, and keep in tune for this new shit we got coming.
Like and subscribe. Tell your friends. Share the link.
You know what I'm saying? Until next time, it's your boy Coach Carter.
Street Chaser. I'm out. I'm hungry. Oh my god. Can't wait to go eat. Talk to you guys later.
All right. Peace.